Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. It seems like every single year we do this where we kind of give our predictions and do our own little kind of mock drafts and talk about prospects. And so I thought I'd give my own little shot on this and do my first 1.0 mock draft. Alright, with the number one overall pick, shocking absolutely nobody, I'm going to have the Raiders get Fernando Mendoza, even though they brought Kirk Cousins on for the QB room. For the Jets, I'm kind of buying into that Arvell Reese hype, and so I'll have him going and sitting with the Jets for 4 years before he requests a trade to get out of there. For the Cardinals at the third pick, okay, laugh at me in the comments if you want. I'm picking Ty Simpson. Again, this is why we do the mocks. This is 1.0. In 2.0, he might not even be here. But I think there's a lot of hype around Simpson, and I could see Simpson be a Zach Wilson type or who's another quarterback? JJ McCarthy in more recent memory, where nobody was talking about them going into the first round, but then all of a sudden there was some chatter, and then boom, look at that. Anyway, moving on to the Titans, I'll have them taking Ruben Bain Jr. Look, I don't care about the arm length. I think that's not going to be, that's not going to be a problem when he's sacking quarterbacks and helping the Titans, young team by the way, but they got a lot of pieces this offseason. Try to push to regain the South. For the Giants, I'm going to have them taking Styles. I don't know kind of who else, they were looking at, but I think, you fix some pieces on the defense. The offense is fine. They just were dealing with a lot of injuries. For the Browns, you know what I think the Browns should do with their top 2 first-round picks? What if, now hear me out, how about they go get 2 other quarterbacks in this draft and absolutely confuse everybody? Anyways, piss off. I don't think Deebo Samuel came back, and we know Ayuk might find his way over there, reuniting with an old ASU former roommate, but, give me Malachi Lemon. Why not? They need a receiver, so we'll take him. And then we'll have kind of a situation where, receivers, they're a hot button right now. And then I'll have Carnell Tate going to the Saints back-to-back. And then let's move to the number 9, the Chiefs. You would think, well, why are the Chiefs getting a running back? They just traded for Kenneth Walker. Because this is the Empire. And the Chiefs are going to they're going to dare everybody because they're the 9th pick. They're going to watch everybody not trade up or risk a top 10 pick on a running back. And they'll go, no one else is going to do it. We might as well. And they'll pick Jeremiah Love. So anyways, moving on to the 10th pick. You had Hendrickson leaving, and so, hey, let's get a defensive lineman that could replace his productivity. Nope, let's go get a corner. For the Dolphins, I don't even know. I just picked McCoy. For the Cowboys, I picked Falk. Now, if you ask anybody, he's not falling out of the top 5. He's going to be the first, skills player off the board. I could see him sliding a little bit, but, you got Puka, you got Adams, you got all the other weapons for Stafford to reload it for the Rams. I could see this kind of being a whoops where he just slid right into the Rams' hands and is a key piece his rookie year. For the Ravens, I'll have them improving their line. For the Bucks, I'll have them going and getting Clemson Star Woods. Then we'll have, I don't know really what the thought process behind this. Maybe it's just because it's the Jets. For the Lions, I'll have them going and getting someone who, this guy looks like he bites kneecaps, and that's probably what they want. Give me a Caden Proctor. A lot of people probably wondered, guys, where the hell is Caleb Downs? I think there's going to be a little bit of collusion where everybody whispers and says, hey, Harrison Smith was a big key piece in the Vikings for all those years. Nobody draft him. We need somebody to replace that productivity. And so Caleb Downs, a lot of people are projecting him as like one of the number 1 overall picks behind Mendoza. Don't get a mistake. But we'll have him, sliding pretty far ways down all the way to the 18th pick. But who knows? Like, this is the draft. The Vikings could get urgent and be like, no, we want the 6th pick, and they trade up or something like that. For the Panthers, I don't know why they would need another receiver, but, why not? Improve the receiving group. I'll have them go get KC Concepcion. For the Cowboys, 2 picks in the first round. I wonder, no, I like this one. Messidor was great with Miami's defense. For the Steelers, just imagine Ione from Penn State in the black and gold. It'll work. For the Chargers, I'll have them go in and get Caleb Lamb. If you get this joke and you understand why the Eagles draft him, you better hit that subscribe button. For the Browns, I'll have them go get Cooper, and you know what? Just have him Rotten Cleveland, I don't know. For the Bears, I'll have them go get Bailey. For the Bills, I'll have them go get Hill Jr. For the 49ers, why did I say that so stupid? For the 49ers, I'll have them go get Braswell. For the Texans, with their draft pick, I'm going to have them go to an eye doctor to, oh, never mind. I'll have them drafting 4 less interceptions in a playoff game. Oh, sorry, that was a little too mean. All right. Enough jokes. I'll have them taking the lineman Freeling. And for the Chiefs, white boy with motion alert. The Reed Blankenship Award goes to Michael. Chiefs find gems. Dolphins, I'll have them go get Johnson. And then the Pats, runners up in the Super Bowl, I'll have them go get Parker out of Clemson. So then that leaves the defending champ Seattle Seahawks. What are they going to do with their first round pick? You know what? I'm going to have them trading out of the first pick, traded away to Wario and Waluigi because, you know, seeing that they weren't in the new Super Mario Galaxy movie, it looks like they have a lot of time on their hands to put some pads on and play some football. First ever seen 2-for-1 deal. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for my mock draft 1.0. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and let me know who you got, and I'll see you in the next video.